Okay, this is the Angry Reviewer, and I am bringing you, as I promised Jason O'Connor, my recap on Scream. This right here is beautiful Sheba. She will be joining me for my review. Say hello to your fans, Sheba. Say hello to your fans, Mama. She will be joining me along the ride for this review. First off, I want to say it feels great to be fucking back. Y'all know how it is. How about that? Cash me outside. I had to throw that in there to annoy fans. But anyway, on to the review. My personal opinion, I think the Scream films rejuvenated the horror comedy genre in its time. At its time. I mean, it was kind of hokey. If you watch it, you look back on it now and you watch it, it's kind of hokey. But back then, it was the shit when it was made. My brain's too fucked up and it's too early to actually give you a date of when it was actually made. But just know it was hokey back then. You watch it now and it's like, yeah, it's still hokey. You got this guy named Ghostface going around just basically being a slasher. Offing people because he can. Always gets his ass whipped when he's trying to go after his victims. His main victim is Sidney Prescott. And just like Saw, they always bring the killer back because they always throw different people in the killer role. Only difference is I thoroughly enjoy the Scream films, especially Scream 3 and 4. Most people didn't. I did. I got no issue with it. Now, as for the Saw films, they sucked. I wasn't a real huge Saw fan. It started off strong before they killed off Jigsaw, and then they started bringing other people into the role. Then they started going into Saw 17. The Revenge of Saw's Grandmother. Saw 18, Revenge of Saw's Dog. Saw 19, The Ghost of Saw. Saw in the Machine. Saw 20, Saw Lives in the Toilet. Saw 152, Saw's booby traps no longer have boobies in them. You get my point. They killed it. After the first and second. That is a case where they should have just let the franchise die. After they killed the main antagonist. You don't kill the main antagonist and then fucking put on a VHS tape like we're in the fucking 80s and fucking have him talking to you like it's fucking okay and then start making a whole nother movie with a whole bunch of different people. It happens, but it's fucking stupid, hokey, and it kills the momentum your films have. I'm personally glad they haven't made another Saw film. But that's me. As for Scream did it well. They knew when to end it. They ended it on a high note. They knew that there was nothing left, and even the producer and director have said it. There was nothing left for Scream to do. You can only kill Ghostface so many times and have different people portray the character so many times before it gets stale, and they knew by the fourth it was stale. So they decided to stop. And that's always a positive thing when you know what you got is dying and you just let it die. Saw didn't know this. Final Destination didn't know this. And they keep on churning them out like people want to see them. Yeah, there's idiots out there that do want to see it. But it's stale and it's old and there's nothing fresh that they're going to bring to the table. What next? They're going to have the fucking dummy, Billy the puppet, from fucking be the Jigsaw killer? Yeah, fat chance of that happening. We've seen it done before. Child's play, motherfuckers. Child's play. And, other than that, the Scream films, I love the cast. I thought everyone, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, the girl that plays Sidney Prescott, I don't know the name of her for the life of me. But you know what I'm getting at. Anthony Anderson. Everybody did a good job with what they were given, and they knew how to do it. And I thought that was fucking great. As for each individual movie themselves, the first one's always going to be the best one. Hands down. In any franchise, the first is always going to be the best. The first one will always be the best one. 2 was okay. 2 did its job. It knew how to hit its points home, and you can't fault it for that, so that's always a plus. 3, they were kind of reaching, and you could tell they were grasping for straws, but they still managed to hit their points home and get their points across, and it worked. 4, they started hitting rock bottom. They really started hitting rock bottom. By 4, they were hitting rock bottom, and they knew that they were starting to fizzle out. Unlike Saw, that didn't know when to quit. They knew they were starting to fizzle out, so they decided to drop it. And I'm glad. I'm glad that they didn't, because they were supposed to make a 5th and a 6th one. I'm glad that they put a stop to that real quick, because there's only so much you can do with a guy dressed in a ghost face mask killing people. A, it's going to get stale. B, you're going to get tired of seeing it. C, no one's going to pay to watch it anymore. And D, you're going to have fans out there, fanboys, fangirls bitching because they didn't make the money back that was expected, and it went straight to VHS or DVD, which I know I said VHS, straight to Blu-ray or DVD. And that's what's going to end up happening with the Saw movies. If they make another, it's not going to make the budget back that it's supposed to. It's going to go straight to Dollar Cinema. And it's going to fucking end up on DVD or Blu-ray sooner or later really quick. Take Kickboxer Vengeance. Great film. Great film. Batista lived up to the Tong Po role, in my opinion. The guy who played Kurt Slow, Alan Musso, did a good job in Van Damme's role. Van Damme coming back as Master Sun, or whatever you want to call him, Master Han. Great choice. Van Damme always wanted to come back for the Kickboxer sequels. A little tidbit, because I have useless knowledge rolling around in my fucking brain. Van Damme was supposed to make Bloodsport 2, and he was supposed to make Kickboxer 2. They were going to have Van Damme fight Sasha Mitchell and Van Damme fight Daniel Bernhardt. Daniel Bernhardt was supposed to take the mantle from Van Damme's character in Bloodsport and take the Sasha Mitchell would have taken over his brother's business in Kickboxer. But a few things went wrong. Number 1, they didn't have the funds to bring back Van Damme to pay him what he wanted. And number 2, that's when Van Damme was doing his downward spiral with all the coke and shit that he does. Just a little known fact. So, of course, he turned down those respective roles, which I would have loved to see. I really do. I would have still loved to see them nowadays. But Sasha Mitchell's in prison, and Daniel Bernhardt's fucking doing makeup for somebody behind the scenes somewhere. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, they knew the Scream movies were starting to fizzle out. So they decided to cut the head off the snake before it started. I mean, I am sure, Eventually, we're gonna have another Scream movie pop up. And another. Same thing with fucking Insidious. We're gonna get a part 4 when they should have left it at 3. It happens. See, but when it does happen, don't take the shit too seriously. Have fun with it and don't kill it. Don't do the mistakes Saw made. Don't go the Final Destination route. You're so much better than that. And them. It's only a matter of time before us fans see Jigsaw. See Saw 1001. Jigsaw in space. And they make up a story that he was taken by aliens and chronologically frozen until they can find a cure for what was wrong with him. And no, Asylum, I'm not giving you no fucking ideas. Hopefully this helps. This has been my review. I'm back, and maybe it might be a little rocky. Who knows? If you like it, I'll do more. If not, oh well, I'm still gonna pump some out. I'm me, you're you, I'm out.